and I'm quitting alcohol. It's fucking Monday and I feel like shit. I met up with a mate tonight and he's got that fucking nicotine spray and he kept on spraying it. I'm like, all right, give it here. I wouldn't mind a little nicotine hit. It's been a while since I did something fucking interesting. So I do 3 sprays at the back of my throat and it tastes like absolute fucking shit. It just makes me hiccup. That's what that nicotine spray always does to me. Makes me hiccup, almost gag, and then feel sick. So I did those 3 sprays, felt like shit, didn't do much, and then half an hour later I'm like, fuck it, give us another crack. Give fucking Boyle another crack. Does not take much for me to get on board of any addiction. I didn't even enjoy the sprays. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go 4 this time. That'll work better. 4, straight on my fucking tonsils, tasted like shit. But I'd forgotten I've been on a fast all fucking day. My Monday fast. And this is the only thing besides fucking tea I've had. And within about an hour, just fucking headaches. My stomach feels like shit. I got neck pains for some reason. Now my throat's sore like I've smoked a fucking few darts. I do not know how I became this person. I was thinking about it before. When I was in Cuba, that's like 18 months ago, I was sitting there in Havana. I had a rum, a beer, a cigarette in one hand, and a fucking Cuban cigar in the other hand. And I was inhaling the cigar. I wasn't just blowing it out. I would take a drag of my cigarette and then suck in some cigar and inhale that as well. Now I do 3 sprays of nicotine and I feel like I'm going down with COVID-19. I would rather just smoke a cigarette instead of the fucking spray. I don't even know if I could inhale a cigarette now. I would probably start smoking again if I thought that first one was going to be enjoyable. You know that first cigarette after you've had a break? It's never good. You're never like, fuck, I missed that. You force yourself through it, you almost throw up, you have to brush your teeth, you're like, fuck, what was I thinking? But the wheels are already in motion, then you have the second one, and by the third one, you're like, why did I ever stop? These are the greatest things ever invented. If I knew that first one was going to be good, I wouldn't mind smoking again. But I know that first fucking cigarette's going to taste like shit. Then I start thinking, well, if you're going to smoke a cigarette, why don't you smoke some weed? I just don't want to smoke weed too early. I just don't know if getting high is going to set off a chain reaction of events that leads me back to having a beer, a rum, a ciggy in one hand, and a fucking cigar in the other hand. But the weed's there. It's been sitting in my drawer for like a year. And there's still that little bit of coke there too. That certainly wouldn't have lasted this long in any other time of my life. I don't know, maybe I should just start eating ice cream again. Every now and then I really feel like getting fucked up. And I feel like that now. I think it was triggered by the nicotine. It didn't make me feel good at all. It made me feel like shit. Anyway, it's Monday and we all love Mondays, don't we? We love Mondays because it's the start of another work week. And we all love our jobs and we love the people we work with. But the main reason why we love Monday is because the I'm Quitting Alcohol podcast with comedian David Boyle presents Hypothetical Mondays. I don't like Mondays, tell me why. I don't like Mondays, tell me why. I don't like Mondays, I'm gonna shoot. Oot, 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 oot. The whole day down. Okay, so it's Hypothetical Monday and the percentages are getting a bit better. I have been sent a hypothetical again this week. It actually came from last week. I didn't get one this week. But that doesn't change the actual percentages. It doesn't matter what week I got it. Okay, so this one was sent in by Big Benny Scott. He actually sent the one in the other week about being a cat trapped in a dog's body or a dog trapped in a cat's body. And I think I trashed it. I said he spent like fucking 15 nanoseconds on that one. And so he sent another one in and he's overcompensated. He underthought the first one, he's overthought this one. But it's actually nice to get a hypothetical that's not about which relative you'll fuck. So cheers for the hypothetical, here we go. How would an alien invasion go if they brought some weird diseases that we aren't immune to yet? I'm not talking fucking coronavirus type shit. I mean useful illnesses that kill non-drinkers, boring people at parties, the rich people with the wrong shoes, people who get offended by swearing, whatever. As I am the specially chosen earthling, which 5 diseases do you bring in? Okay, well, I'm definitely not bringing in a disease that kills non-drinkers and boring people at parties. Because I'm both of those people, even though I don't get invited to parties anymore. By the way, that's another thing you lose when you give up drinking. Your invitations to parties dramatically decrease to 0. Okay, so what 5 diseases would I bring in if I was an alien? Basically, what you're asking is, what 5 people do I hate enough to kill? You don't need the alien stuff. You could have just asked me flat out, who would you murder? Because I can't really detach myself from the murdering of these people. They might not know it was me who killed them, but I know. So I have to be confident I'm making the right decisions here. Okay, first, loud chewers. It's just something I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get over. I can't fucking handle it. I think the only way I'm going to be cured of my loud eating phobia is if like fucking Darren Brown hypnotizes me and creates a whole fucking show around it. He rings a bell and I wake up at a restaurant and I've got a machine gun in front of me and I'm just surrounded by people at tables chewing loudly and I just pick up the machine gun and just start unloading. The gun only has blanks, but all the people in the restaurant have been rigged up with blood, so it looks like I'm going nuts. Then Darren Brown comes out. He's like, oh, Boyle, your life's changed now. He comes out eating an apple. He's like, your life's changed now, Boyle. You were so brave. I'm like, oh my God, Darren Brown, this is crazy. I can't believe it was you. Then I pull out a clip of live ammunition out of my pocket, load the machine gun, and just fucking gun him down. I'm like, don't eat apples near me, cunt. So that's the first disease. The aliens bring a disease that kills all the loud chewers except me. Because if nothing, I am a hypocrite. Number 2 is gonna be... By the way, can you make the list a little bit shorter next time if you're writing in? 5 is a lot. I'm going to be losing steam by 3. So you might get a good 1 or 2 a week 3, and 4 and 5 are just going to be whatever I'm looking at. Okay, so number 2, what would that be? What do I hate at the moment? What about politicians? Nah, that's lame. Number 2, I'll have to go with Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm going to have to take her out. Did you see what she did to Big Will? That's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air there. You should be fucking thanking the Lord every single day when you wake up next to the Fresh Prince. Not fucking going out and banging some fucking rapper with cancer. Whatever that interview between Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith was, it was fucking gross. Did you see the hurt in Big Willie's eyes? Fuck. It was gut-wrenching. Yeah, I don't know what he did. He probably banged all her friends. Who cares? He's the Fresh Prince. So I'd have to take her out. Actually, I'll take out the Smiths. All of them. The kid who's like trans, isn't he or she trans? Yeah, the Smiths are problematic. They need to fucking go. Like Independence Day, except Will Smith loses this time. And what happens is they catch the virus. And when they say bad marriage for life and fist bump, as soon as they fist bump, they explode. And their kids die too. All right, number 3. Number 3, the third group of people you want me to kill. All right, 3. Let's get through this. Let's do 3 because 4 and 5 are just going to be the first things that pop into my head. I'm putting no effort into 4 and 5. There's a TV show in Australia called The Project, and I would take out every single person, every single human being that has ever been on that fucking piece of shit, condescending, fucking boring, woke, fucking... I cannot hate this show enough. Overseas people won't understand, but the Australians will. It's like a news show that just moralizes everything. It's like one day they'll be talking about the 89-year-old person who died of COVID-19 in the nursing home, and all 4 of the people on the panel will be in tears. Just saying we need to save our community. We need to stay indoors. Keep your masks on for the people, for society. Then the next day, the very next day, they'll be like, you have to show support for Black Lives Matter. Get out there. Do it. This is a moment in time, and then they'll all start crying again. I just watch it, and it's like a TV show of people just chewing to me. The whole show is just some fucking moron chewing. That probably wasn't good for the majority international listeners, but I'm fucking Aussie, and that's the way we do it here. Number 4, the Chinese. Number 5, the Jews. Hey, I didn't plan that. It's just what came off the top of my head. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. I just said it. I'm just saying words. Alright, that's it for tonight. Subscribe to the podcast if you're there. Share it with some people you know. See you the fuck later.